Hello, it's Sunday the 1st of October and the latest Lotto result. The main numbers were 13, 18, 21, 30, 50 and 54. The machine used was Lancelot and the set of balls number 7. And this is what the chart looks like for the two machines and the 4 sets of balls that are currently being used. So this is what it looks like, and this is what it looked like before the last drop. And those are the numbers that came out, and that's where they were on this chart. Now if we just look at the machine that was used and those 4 sets of balls, that's where the numbers were. If we look at all sets of balls, they were still just bunched up down there at the bottom in the middle with Lancelot, and that's where the rest of the numbers were. Now it was set of balls number 7. So if we just look at the chart for set of balls number 7 and the two machines that are being used, it's not being used very much, so the chart's very small. That's where the numbers were. 18 and 50, most overdue. And if we look at set of balls number 7 and all machines, the chart's a bit bigger, and this is where the numbers were. So we've got one of the 3 that had never been drawn since draw 2066, when the last 10 numbers were added. And that's where the rest of the numbers were. So, possible reasons why these particular numbers came out. If we look at the chart for all machines and all sets of balls, since the number of main numbers went up to 59, that's what the chart looks like. 54 was one of the most frequent, and this is where the numbers were on that chart. They'd all occurred quite recently. Now if we look at the chart for each number, that's where they were with 54. That's the chart for 50. That's where they were at. Chart for 30. That's where they were. Chart for 21, 18 and 50 again. First time they've occurred with 21 since draw 2066. Chart for 18, that's where they were. Chart for 13, and that's where each of these pairs were. Numbers paired with 13 on that chart. So not quite sure why these particular numbers came out. If we look at the entire draw history and see where they were on that chart, you can see the 10 numbers that were added recently have yet to catch up with the other main numbers that have been that are basically 2066 draws in front of these other numbers. Now let's see where the numbers that came out were. Oh yeah, this is a chart for 13 by the way. If you look at the chart for all the numbers, it's upside down, so more recent ones at the top and more frequent ones on the left. So basically the closer they are to the bottom left corner, the more likely they are to come out. As you can see, 23 most likely to come out. And I need to expand this chart because the other numbers aren't even on it yet. So if we flip it the other way around, see that's where they are, but now you can't see the other numbers. So I could expand the size of the chart, but then it would take longer to load, so could narrow it down to just the two machines that were being used. Doesn't seem to make much difference. Still not caught up yet. Looks like 23 most likely. But anyway, that's where these numbers were, the ones that came out. If we narrow it down to set of balls number 7, that's where they were. 50 right down there, you see, 50 most overdue. That's where they were. So not quite sure why these numbers came out. Oh, there's 18. Looking very overdue for its frequency. So I've had to go right back to the beginning to figure out why these numbers came out. Narrow it down even further and just look at Lancelot. Let's see where they were. So 13 most overdue. So that's why these numbers came out. Some possible reasons. So now that we've had a little bit of insight into why these numbers came out, all we have to do is basically apply the same rules to what it looks like now. Okay, so looking at this chart for the 4 sets of balls and the 2 machines currently in use, closest to bottom left, 48. New numbers, there they are. Haven't caught up yet, obviously, but 48 looks like it's due to come out. Let's look at the chart for number 48. So these are the numbers paired with 48. Looks like 27, pretty much overdue to come out with number 48. Okay, let's look at the more recent history, and we'll look at all machines and all sets of balls, and we'll just put the chart the right way up and the right way around. Now, looking at the chart for 48, looks like 57 nearest that top right. Well, 35 and 57. Now the other number that I said with 48 was 27. Now let's look at that chart for 27. See, there's 48. So maybe 27 and 48 will make a good 2-number dot pick. Now looking at this chart, all machines and all sets of balls, individual number 38 is closest to that top right, so it's most overdue for its frequency. Remember 23 was outstanding, so let's look at the chart for 38, and again 57 most overdue for its frequency. So for the next draw, here's a little idea. Some of these numbers, there's a 4-number dot pick for you to try. I'm putting these numbers on, so you could just put any 2 or any 3 of them on, or any single one. So what you do with your money is entirely up to you. So you can see where the numbers are, and I hope this video helps you to pick winning numbers for the next draw. That's it for now. Subscribe to get the next video.